welcome back. What's the title for this one? Oh yeah, this is rankings.
Yeah,
to the rankings.
NFL division rankings.
2025 divisional rankings. Welcome everybody. Welcome to ADP 420. Where we like to smoke a little bit of weed and talk a little bit about football. And today we are doing we're ranking every single team from each division by division, so that way we will see who we think right now, as of what is this, middle of July of 2025, who's gonna come out on top of their divisions for next year. We're gonna go through every division.
Yeah.
So, as always, I'm here with Quentin. I'm an Eagles fan. He's a Chiefs fan. This last Super Bowl was a lot of entertaining for me, not so much for him.
Oof. Okay.
But right now, just gonna get that out of the way. Just a quick little cheap shot, having a little bit of fun. Who do you want to start with? I have it written in my own little order here, but
I agree. We can go just how this is.
Okay.
Or
I'm cool with that.
All right.
What do we got? We're doing the
AFC.
AFC first. We're gonna start with the AFC, and we will start with the AFC East.
Yeah. I think this one's pretty easy. It's going to be the Bills. They're not as much talent as they've had in years past, but I think that they're still. Josh Allen is still going to be able to. Yeah, I mean,
he's not the guy.
If Tua can stay healthy, maybe.
Ultimately, the AFC East is a race to second place.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I think it might be closer, than it should be, but I don't know. Josh Allen always, tends to do Josh Allen things when he needs to. I can see the Patriots, doing a little bit too.
Do you think the Patriots or the Jets are going to have like a big bounce back year at all?
I think the Patriots could. I don't know about the Jets. I don't think. I think this might end up being a pretty competitive division.
I kind of think it will be too.
Yeah.
If you're going to rank them 1, 2, 3, and 4, number 1 being obviously who wins the division.
It's going to be Bills. I think Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets. Yeah, just actually how it is on the screen. Surprisingly. Because I think if Tua is healthy and can stay healthy, then he was healthy most of last season, wasn't he? I don't think he got
concussed when he ran into DeMar Hamlin.
Was that last season when he crunched his neck? Oh, okay.
Yeah. But all the other concussions were the season before.
Yeah,
But most of him is also like he's been beat up throughout his life.
Yeah.
Like his shoulders messed up. He went into the league after having hip surgery. Like,
yeah, I could see the Patriots easily taking second in the division. I think they're the. For me, they're probably going to be the most competitive. I think Justin Fields is good. I don't know. I guess it's hard if I guess Aaron. I didn't watch enough of Aaron Rodgers last year to know, but
very stiff.
Yeah. So
not really.
I mean, the idea is that the Jets can, with Justin Fields, can pilot them better than Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's going to be. I think you're right. I think Bills are going to take the division. I think that's very obvious. I don't think there's not a whole lot. There's a spicy take there. But I think it's going to be Jets at 2. I think Patriots are putting something together, but I don't think it's quite cooked up just yet. But I think they're getting there.
Yeah.
But I think this is Mike McDaniel's last year in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Dolphins are, if they cannot start off hot out the gate, if they wind up going 1-5 to start the season,
let's go.
Mike McDaniel's gone.
I'm gonna go 2024, and then we can just to see.
He
how
barely
last year.
Yeah, 8-9 is what Dolphins wound up with.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think it's also going to be Bills.
I think Patriots are going to win more games this year than 4 for sure.
Yes. I think I was same with the Jets.
They have. I'm just also curious. Yeah, who has the easiest schedule? So the Patriots have the easiest schedule.
I think it's going to be Bills, then Jets, then Patriots, then Dolphins down at the bottom. Yeah. I really just don't think that they have it. I think the window closed.
Yeah, and you think Jets and Patriots
I just don't think in my opinion, I just don't think Tua's the guy. I never thought he was really the guy. The whole tank for Tua thing and all that stuff. And I was just like, man, I really don't think that that's the best decision in the world. For a franchise to do that, and the Dolphins got him, after the not doing the tank right. So, but it's fine. I do think that this is the Bills' division to lose. You know. Who do we got next? We got the AFC North. Now this one I want to know. I think I have a good idea of what yours is going to be.
I think that the Ravens are probably still going to win the division, but I think it might be competitive with the Bengals.
Scroll down a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine. Thank you. You said what'd you say again? You said it was going to be the Ravens.
Yeah.
But the Bengals, I think
the Bengals might be should be pretty competitive.
Yeah.
This year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be the Bengals over the Steelers? What do you think happens to the Steelers this year? I think this is the biggest question mark of this whole division is really what they're looking like, even with Aaron Rodgers. You know, whenever they signed Aaron Rodgers, it just felt like the biggest nothing burger that it was finally just like, okay, whatever. Well, but like that doesn't change the meter. It didn't move the meter at all.
Who's the wide receiver one right now?
DK Metcalf.
Oh, that's right. So it's Metcalf now. Pickens left.
Yep.
I don't know.
I really don't. Honestly, I think this is the first time Mike Tomlin doesn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think Tomlin and
the Bengals definitely
are two of the biggest hot seats in the
I definitely think,
league.
yeah, it's going to be Ravens, Bengals, and if there's two teams making the playoffs in this division, I don't think it's going to be the Steelers over either of them.
Yeah.
And I think Browns last.
I think they're going to be having a top 5 pick, top 3 pick. You know, I think that's all they're good for is being the team that everybody beats up on. That's just what they are good at. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They're cursed and they're bad. I think Myles Garrett should have held firm and left.
Yep.
So, but he made that money. He made a generational amount of money.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah, I can't hate.
I really cannot be mad at that. Yeah. You know, that's going to be something that his kids, his family is going to be. It's going to be different.
Yeah.
You know, from now on. So, not mad at that. But Browns last. They're not doing it.
Yeah.
They're not getting it. So you essentially, you had the same ranking that I did, but we're gonna need to throw some spicier takes in here for some content. Maybe we can find some of the AFC South.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to be. I don't think there's like a lot of spicy stuff in those first two divisions really.
Those are kind of the easy ones.
Clear winners. Yeah, I think the South's gonna be
this is wide open.
This
could be anybody.
Yeah, I still think Jaguars last. Honestly, I think Jaguars end up last. I think. So Tennessee Titans still is it Mayo or what's his name?
Who?
Their quarterback.
Titans.
Who do they have now?
He was the number 1 pick in the draft. Okay, don't look it up.
Oh gosh, I'm too hot.
He was the number 1 pick in this year's draft.
I know. I can't remember his name.
Who was the number 2 pick? Do you know?
Is it
number 2 is Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter, yeah.
Yeah, you knew that.
Is it?
You knew that. He played for Florida.
Yeah,
he was good.
I just don't follow college enough, and then I'm too hard to remember. Was it Cam Ward?
There you go. Okay. Yes, and it's very funny that people forgot because that's what happened with the draft too. Is as soon as he got picked, the Jaguars traded up, and everybody immediately started talking about them getting Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter, yeah.
So, no, they have Cam Ward. I think they're gonna have a better season than they did last year. But I don't think that that's a very high bar to clear. I don't think the Jaguars. I'm surprised they only had 4 wins. I think they're going to do a lot better this year.
I don't know. I'm just not a big. I'm a Trevor Lawrence hater.
I think bottom of this division is going to be Colts. You know, I just don't think they have it together yet. I think they leveraged their future on Anthony Richardson. And it hasn't paid off.
They haven't signed him to like a big contract or anything.
No, but they used it like a number 4 overall pick on him.
I think Daniel Jones is serviceable.
You know, but I mean he's serviceable, but he's not number 4 in the draft.
No, but I think they definitely do better than the Jags. Even with the harder schedule.
I disagree. I think the Jags are going to be second in this division. I think they're going to be not too far behind the Texans.
So because the Jags are playing the Jets, the Bengals, and the Broncos, and then the Colts are playing the Steelers, the Chargers, the Dolphins. Who do you think's gonna do better those 3 games?
I think the Jaguars.
Really?
I think because the Bengals don't have a defense.
I think the Dolphins are worse than the Jets.
I think the Jets are better than the Dolphins.
I think the Colts have the easier schedule in the number 2 spot than the Jets.
But I don't think the Jets have the roster to get it done. I don't disagree with the schedule, but I don't think that the Jets can do it.
I don't know the schedule. I don't know the schedule well enough off the top of my head now to know who. I guess I could just click it. To know what division plays what. Let's see.
Oh man, is that the first day? Is that the preseason? There's no way. Yeah, it's the Hall of Fame game.
It's a Hall of Fame game. Yeah.
Wow, that's literally in like a few days.
Hey, let's go.
Not bad.
Okay, let's go. Let's see week 1.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking to see what are week 1 all divisional games.
No.
I'm trying to figure out what division is what 2 divisions are the Jags or the AFC South playing. Like, you know how every year the schedule is like, there's one specific division they play every team.
I have no clue.
Yeah, me either. That's what I was trying to figure out. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's really...
But yeah, I'd have to do more research and write down notes because there's no way to remember right now.
Yeah, you're doing a lot. I have no clue. I don't think that it's... I don't think that really spins the needle one way or the other because I don't think the Colts have that... I think the Jaguars have a better roster. And I think that's really what holds them together. Colts got by on...
Travis Hunter may stick to wide receiver and become a generational talent and, be like Tyreek that can always... Maybe he's just going to always get open type of stuff, But he's a little bit smaller,
They have I think the Jaguars have a better defense than the Colts.
How tall is Travis Hunter?
Huh?
How tall is Travis Hunter?
He's 6'8". I don't know. He's a giant, man. He's massive. Huge guy. So who do you have for this division? Is it just an order again? Texans, Colts, Jaguars, Titans?
No. I think it'd be Texans. I could see Texans, Titans, Colts, Jags.
No, our big difference is just that you think Jaguars are going to be at the bottom. I don't think they're. I think they're actually pretty decent. I think they're going to be okay. I think they have a better roster than the Colts. I think the Colts are just in such a weird spot for their identity. I think that's really what's kind of holding them back.
Yeah, I think they'll get 3rd in the division. I don't think they're going to be contending for a wild card or anything with either their quarterbacks. So I think Daniel Jones is enough to get them. Because I think the Titans are.
It looks like last year Jacksonville was just a bunch of home babies. Like, they just only won 1 away game.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, for the AFC West.
I mean, some people are, I guess, mocking the Chiefs at 3rd, which is insane.
What do you mean? Well, what do you mean them at 3rd?
Putting Chiefs at 3rd in the division for this year.
Oh, did somebody really do that?
Chris Collinsworth, yeah.
Why? What was his reason?
Sorry, what's his name? Chris Collinsworth.
Stephen A. Smith.
What's the guy's name? Colin Cowherd?
Oh, yeah, Colin Cowherd.
Yeah. Okay. That's why I got the Collins. Yeah, I was like... he was on... I can't remember the other guy's name because I'm high, but he was on his show. They were ranking, and, he's like, talking about,
You put Chiefs down at 3rd. I mean, 3rd, yeah. That's my thing. Is
those are the hot takes that get clicks.
I do think... Well, the thing is like... That's not... I think the fall off is going to happen eventually. I don't think it's yet, but I think the big thing, my big hot take is that
it's when Andy Reid leaves is when the fall off's going to happen.
I think the big hot take is that this entire time, for the last 4 or 5 years, the AFC West has been priming their entire teams to take down Patrick Mahomes, and they're figuring it out. And I'm not saying that they have figured it out and that this is Mahomes is like the drop off is going to happen. I'm not saying that that's right around the corner. I just think that all of these teams have acquired so much talent just to take down this one team that it's built an entire powerhouse division where I think pretty much every single one of these teams could win the entire division for almost any other AFC division. You know, I think the Chargers, if they were in the AFC North, they could probably take it over the Ravens.
Oof.
Yeah, I kind of think, because that's an entirely different thing that they're planning around. You know, I just feel like certain teams, like the Broncos, I think they could obviously run the AFC South if they were down there.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams could run the AFC
So maybe
South.
not Chargers and Ravens, but at least the AFC South. Most of the AFC West can run the AFC South if they were down there.
Maybe not the Raiders, but sure.
I think the Raiders are getting primed for something.
Yeah, I'll give, they have, they upgraded, now. They have Geno, they have more, they have good weapons, but it's, I know they got Pete Carroll now, so that's just, I think I'm just in that.
They're priming.
I'll wait and see how it goes before.
I think the entire AFC West, but I don't think it's out of the Chiefs' hands yet. I think that there's still time. I think the Chiefs are still taking the division. I think that it's really going to leave a sore spot for a lot of the new guys who thought that they were coming in to shake things up and win the division for the other teams, and it just didn't happen again. So, but I do think that the Chiefs, they're making playoffs again. They're taking the AFC West, but I don't think that the window is getting any wider.
I think, the Chiefs win the division. Probably, we might not be the 1 seed, but definitely if we're not the 1 seed, probably the 2 seed.
Man, for 2,
it's hard. I'm gonna say Broncos, Raiders, Dark Horse, Chargers get the 4th. They Charger this year after big preseason champs right now. They're the perennial preseason champs.
I'm going Chiefs than Broncos, okay, just because they're going to have an easier schedule than the Chargers. And then you said Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers. And then the Raiders at 4th. I think that they're not quite completely cooked yet. I think they're still in the oven, still getting something together. But I think the Chargers will have a better season. I also fully believe that it's entirely possible that the entirety of the AFC West makes the playoffs this year.
Oh, no.
You don't think that the Raiders or the Chargers could both make the playoffs, even if they could Chiefs? I mean, who else? Let's look at this. It's look at all of the number 3 teams. Okay, the number 2s and the number 3s, the Colts and Jaguars. It's very likely they neither of those teams made playoffs last year. Then
I just don't think that the Raiders are gonna. I don't know. I guess what we would have to. Chiefs would have to lose more. Right, to give games to the Raiders for wins.
Yeah. Could you see the Raiders dropping or the Chiefs dropping a Raiders?
Wait, so you're saying they all finish like 10 or like a?
I say the worst record in the AFC West is like 9-8.
9-8, and they make it on like technicality.
Yeah, they make it on the fact that Steelers beat the Bengals. So as a result, this team doesn't make it in, and because they don't make it in, someone's got to make it in, and it's like, oh, well, then it's the Raiders technically, it's one of those things.
Yeah, I don't know. Has that happened before with the whole division making?
It's possible. It's never happened.
Yeah.
The last time it happened was when there was 3 divisions in the conference.
Yeah.
Before I want to say it was. Before the Panthers expansion, but
I'm trying to see if there it is.
Well, that's not bad. So, okay, who are your playoff teams then? You have Chiefs, Bills, Texans, and Ravens all taking their division.
Yeah, and then I think Bengals take a wild card if they don't beat the Ravens. I think there's a chance that the Bengals can win the division next year. So. Yeah, and then there's 2 more. Is there 3 this now, or is there only 2?
What?
Is there only 2 wild card spots, right?
There are.
Or are there 3? No, there's
one. Well, there's someone takes the bye, and then there's 6 teams that make it in because there's 3 games.
So yeah, there's 3 wild card spots.
So yeah, there's 3.
Yeah, so I'd say Bengals. let's say Broncos, and I think I'll say the Titans sneak in the surprise rookie run for.
Ooh, I like that. That's spicy and fun.
Jaden Daniels type thing.
Mm-hmm. To make up for you forgetting his name, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I hope he sees this. Do you think? So, between the Bengals, the Titans, you don't think that there's a universe where what if Lamar gets hurt? Bengals take the division, Lamar gets hurt, rest of the division sucks. Alright? Cam Ward doesn't have his run. You don't think there's a universe where the Chargers and Raiders can't make it in that situation?
Yeah.
When there's not a Lamar Jackson and a Joe Burrow in the same division?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. They can. I do think that the Raiders are good enough to rattle off a winning season.
Yeah.
But for me, I have Texans, Ravens, Bills, and Broncos, Chiefs winning their divisions.
Yeah.
I also think Broncos will make it in. Who do you think's getting your first round bye? Who do you think comes out with the winningest record?
Oh, Chiefs.
Okay, I will write down another asterisk. But it doesn't mean anything this time, so don't get too worried.
Josh Simmons is healthy. Like it's over.
It's there's a lot of places they could have spent a lot of money. So, luckily, salary cap isn't real. I'm gonna go with my number twos in their divisions are the Broncos, the Jets, the Jaguars, and the Bengals. I do think 100% that the Bengals are making it in. And I think the entire time that the Bengals are in the playoffs, the Chiefs are going to be shaking in their little booties.
Who's your third?
I guess the last person to make it into the playoffs between the Jaguars and the Jets. I mean, I really could see Justin Fields fucking just blowing up this year. You know, Sauce Gardner shutting everyone down. They get some fucking nobody's ever heard of him linebacker, and he turns into a star. You know, I can totally see that happening with the Jets. Yeah, and I think the South is just just not a great division. It's a shitty division. The Texans are the only team to come out. Someone has to win it, you know. So I think it's just going to be the Texans again.
Yeah.
I think the only other team that could come out with a winning record in this division is the Jaguars.
So you're saying your 3 wild card is the Chargers, the
Broncos.
Bengals, the Broncos, the Bengals, and the Jaguars?
The Jets.
The Jets, okay.
I think the Jaguars have a winning record but don't make playoffs. All right. Let's switch over to the NFC. Who do we have first?
What?
Well, I guess if we're gonna do the NFC East, I think
it's a hard one, you know, for me.
Well, it's the Cowboys' year.
It's the years,
and I mean, okay, to be completely honest, I think the Eagles are gonna win their division. I don't think we're gonna look good doing it. I think we're gonna be really struggling with a Super Bowl hangover. You know,
yeah.
I do like everybody's attitude where it's like we're not done, we're going back. I'm glad that's great, but still though.
I think Barkley's gonna triple flip over someone this year.
He's literally what he's gonna do is he's
turning into a gymnast.
He's gonna use someone as a what are those
Springboard?
called? No, not a springboard. Like a what is that called? It's not a hurdle. It's the horse. The
pommel horse.
Pommel horse. Yeah, he's gonna pommel horse somebody where he's gonna hit their freaking shoulder pads into a fucking hamstring.
Yeah.
Or not a hamstring, a somersault off of it.
Oh no, you
pull
cursed
a
him.
hamstring
You
doing
cursed
that
him.
shit.
You cursed him.
But I do think that the Eagles, we're gonna
that.
have a winning record. We're probably gonna win the division, but we're not look good doing it. I think the Cowboys actually have a pretty decent shot. We've written them all off. I'm fine with that. Fuck the Cowboys, but at the end of the day, they're still a team. They still compete. So they might go second in the division. I can see that, a universe where that's happening.
You think Commanders are falling off?
I think they're going to fall off. I think Jaden Daniels has a little bit of a slide. I don't think that that's anything to do with him. I do think his supporting cast is not great. I think they're all getting older, and I think a lot of them are unhappy. So I think the Commanders, I don't think they get a winning record this year. And I think they kind of humbled themselves a little bit after a really big, deep run. I feel like the Commanders are kind of this division's Lions.
Yeah, I assume they invested in defense in the draft.
Would you say you assume they did?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure that they did, but
I don't know. I think they had I think they had a good year last year. I know you said Scary Terry's not reporting to camp, or
I think he's holding out.
He's holding out.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Brian Robinson. I like Brian Robinson Jr. I think they'll. I don't know what's happened with their offensive line, but if their offense can continue to be how it was last year, I don't think that they're gonna have any problems winning games. Like I said, I don't know what division they're playing, but I mean that does depend. Obviously, if they're actually, I guess most of the NFC divisions aren't like.
And Commanders,
other than the NFC North,
Commanders are second, so they're gonna have a tougher schedule than these other guys.
Yeah, I mean they're playing the Vikings, the Falcons, and the Seahawks, and then if they're playing the NFC North this year, which I don't know if they are, but playing the Packers and the Lions, I think
they're gonna be playing.
They're
really
still gonna
tough
be competitive.
division,
Yeah. So
I think the Commanders.
But I don't know who they're playing, but I think they'll be fine.
I think they have a tough schedule. I think that their quarterback is primed for a sophomore slump. I think he's going to come back year 3 and 4. He's going to be great and draft him in every league that you can. But this year is the year that if you're going to avoid him this year.
I disagree.
And then Giants, their quarterback's not great. They have Malik Neighbors running the show. It's Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston. They could have huge games. What's going to happen is they're going to go on a huge slide. They're going to go like 1-7. It's not going to be working with Russell. It's not going to be working with Jameis. They're going to have to throw in Jackson Dart, or he's going to get hurt or something, and it's just not. The whole thing's going to be a big question mark for the entirety of the season. So there's no consistency there, and they're going to wind up with a really high pick again. I don't think that this guy that they drafted in this most recent draft, the defensive guy, I just don't think he's going to be able to. You can build a defense around him, but a defense itself, he is not. So I just think that Giants have quite a way to go, and they're going to stay down there for a minute. I used to be a Giants believer, but I'm just not feeling it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah.
I think that the Commanders take the division.
Wow.
And that the Eagles finish second in the division. I think the defense has a Super Bowl hangover, and kind of gives a lot of more away, than you would expect. Kind of key some, goes through like a little slump. Probably like a 4 or 5 game losing streak. It'll be sad. We'll talk about it. But
it's kind of
a, get there.
And the entire time, I'm just gonna be very much just like, I told you. I told you that we weren't good, dude. I said it.
So and then
Cowboys.
I think Giants surprise maybe a little bit of people when they sweep the Cowboys and take one away from the Eagles because they start the losing streak.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting thing. I do think that the Giants are primed for an actual revenge game soon.
Yeah. Because
we took Saquon, and I think we swept them last year. I don't think they won any of. Did they win a game? No.
No, they didn't win a divisional game last year.
Yeah. So it's no, they didn't win any. Okay. So they didn't really get the Saquon revenge game.
No.
So I kind of feel like they had to wait to see him get 2,000 yards before they were like, okay, we kind of got to get him one back for this.
Yeah.
But I could see the Giants winning a game. I think what I'm shocked by is the Commanders taking the division. I think that's insanity.
Really?
Because everybody's so old. And just
Jayden Daniels is so young.
He's not. He is the guy. I'm not saying he's not him, but I am saying like he is not an entire team. He can't play corner. He can't play safety. He can't play defensive line. He can't play offensive line.
You know,
he can't play. He can't be his own wide receiver.
I think they're all gonna pull together for just that one last hurrah. They're like, this is the year.
I think that last year was the Cinderella season. I think this year is the year that they come back to earth. I don't think they hit it as hard with the Giants being around, but I do still think that they come back to earth.
Let's see what they drafted. A young offensive tackle, cornerback, wide receiver, linebacker, running back.
In this year's draft?
Yeah.
Well, it's not like they've ever drafted an offensive lineman that didn't work before, I guess. How's Andrew Thomas doing? Is he PUP-less?
So, but yeah, I don't know. I think they're Trey Amos, second round cornerback, 6 foot, 195.
Oh, they got Trey Amos. He was supposed to be a first round. Oh, but he got hurt.
They got Jalen Lane from Virginia Tech.
Not bad. Well, who's the next one? Oh, it's the North.
NFC North. I think this one is kind of. I think it's going to be competitive for second, but I think the Lions win the division. I mean, their offense is still just. I don't know. I think it's still crazy. So.
Who wins the division? You said
the Lions.
Okay.
I think the Lions win the division. But I think the Vikings have a bit of a slide. I don't know if JJ McCarthy's going to come in just gunslinging, but if their defense might be able to win them enough to stay in second, because I don't think the Packers are going to. I think they're probably going to have the same kind of season. Maybe 11, 12 wins, and then the Bears are going to be in last probably again. I don't know if. I can see the Packers taking over the Vikings. It just depends on I think the Vikings defense.
So who's number 2? You got Packers?
Yeah.
Or Vikings?
That's close.
See, I can tell. You haven't really picked one.
No. I think I'd still take the Vikings.
Okay.
I think, but
either one is not a bad choice.
I think they're fighting. I think they're fighting for 11, 12 wins. And I think the Bears are still. I think the Bears still are going to do better. I think I could see the Bears getting, maybe I know they've invested into their offensive line, and so if Caleb Williams is, I think he has the talent now around him to should at least get I could see everybody in this division getting 9 or 10 wins at least.
Mm-hmm.
But
this is my hot take division.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's spicy for me. I think the Packers take it. I think that they are priming their offense for something special. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, but I do think that they're going to try and get something good going. Now they have a run game. They got a wide receiver in the first round. They're giving Jordan Love choices and options, and their defense isn't bad. I think they win the division. I think that the number 2 team who wins the division, this is when it starts getting really spicy, is the Bears.
Oh.
I think that they wind up not only getting second in their division, they wind up getting a wild card too. I don't think that I don't think the Lions window is closed, but I feel like they're getting too big of a head, and they need to kind of be humbled a bit. And I think that's what's going to happen is they're going to drop a few games. There's going to be a lot of question marks. Dan Campbell's keeping his job. I don't think anybody's really in danger, but I think they get themselves a top 10 draft pick next year.
Yeah.
Just from overplaying their hand too much. And the Bears exploit that. I think that the Bears might even sweep the Lions. I just don't think the Lions have a good year this year, but I don't think that they're last in their division. I think the Vikings are. I'm going right back to it, baby. I'm going right back to the well.
Yeah.
Same shit I did last year. And just talked mad shit and said the Vikings, Sam Darnold's not the guy. I just think that the Vikings, I don't know. It's not that I dislike them. It's just that on paper they just don't impress me.
Yeah.
I look at them and I compare them to McCarthy's in the same division as Jared Goff and Jordan Love, and Caleb Williams went number 1 overall, and he won a Heisman.
Yeah.
So I'm just there's a lot of those are the quarterbacks he's up against. I'm just the Vikings defense has fallen off. Everybody's getting old, and it's not going to be the same. And I just feel like I'm waiting for the Vikings drop off to happen, and I think Sam Darnold did a good job preventing that ship from sinking just yet.
Mm.
So, but I think it's right around the corner, and I think it's going to happen.
JJ McCarthy hater, huh?
Already, yeah.
You think Sam Darnold's better than JJ McCarthy then?
Yeah, that's what I said, man.
Yeah.
I said that.
Yeah, you said it, yeah.
I wrote that. Put it on a T-shirt.
All right, all right, fair enough.
I think the Vikings, they're just not great. I think, honestly, it's very possible the Lions just do it again, and they're just like, but I just feel like one of the things that really gets the Lions being as good as they are is
the underdogs.
Their identity, and they have one, but they're not underdogs anymore. They're kind of one of the best teams ever, and it's like once you have put up that number, if you do it again, it's just now this is the expectation.
Yeah, so
they need to slide.
I don't know.
So, all right, NFC South.
This one's interesting a little bit to me. I think spicy take. I think Carolina gets a lot more competitive, and I think that Carolina will take to the division.
Oh, that's insane! This is spicy.
Because I think Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay is gonna do, gonna do decent, but I think that they. I don't know, with Chris Godwin, like you said, coming off of an injury, if he does somehow get re-injured, or Baker goes down, or there's a lot.
The Buccaneers' hold on this division is not a solid one.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the Carolina Panthers, I think they were pretty close last year in a lot of games later on in the season. And I just think they had flashes. So I don't know how good their draft was. I assume after their offense.
They're on a winning streak.
Of one.
The Panthers?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
I don't know. Yeah, I think that their offense is going to do a lot better this year. I think Bryce, like you said, they've invested. I think they have a lot of talent.
All of the playoff teams, but the Eagles, should be on losing streaks.
Yeah, well, I think this is just going into the season.
I know,
this is regular season.
I'm just like, it sort of makes it seem like the Buccaneers won something. No. So who do you have? You have Panthers taking it.
Panthers, Falcons, Bucks, Saints.
Woo!
Saints just continue to,
be awful.
Yeah, kick the can down the road like they do.
I am same boat, almost. Except I still think that the Buccaneers take it, but I think the Panthers get second in the division and make playoffs. I think this is a huge bounce back year for Carolina. I think they have been so bad for so long the last few years, and the whole Bryce Young thing last year really showed a lot of hope, and they did start pulling out some stuff near the end of the season.
Yeah, and
the games are pretty close. Everything you said were completely true, and you're just like it's right around the corner for that to happen.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think it's to such an extent that it can dethrone Baker and Mike Evans and just the Buccaneers, and they're just good. But after the Panthers, I have the Falcons there.
Ooh.
I think the Falcons wind up being, because they're going to feed the hell out of Bijan, but it's another big problem of Bijan's not the only guy on the team. He can't be the only guy, and the rest of the guys aren't good enough to be playoff teams,
Yeah.
So I just think that they would be last, and I think the Saints just don't have it. I think Tyler Shugg is in the running for Rookie of the Year if he gets the job, but they're really acting like that they're not confident in him right now.
Yeah.
It's not reading like, oh, it's competitive, everybody's got a shot, Jake Hayner's got a shot. It doesn't read like that. It reads like, we don't know if it doesn't seem like Tyler Shugg is the guy, and Spencer Rattler does actually have a better, legitimate, shot than you think. So,
which is crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. So I don't know. I feel like the Saints. I don't think it's a smoke screen. I think they might have missed.
Yeah, I think they're just going to continue to be bad.
All right, the NFC West.
Yeah, I think this one is going to be kind of probably play out close to the same. But I think Cardinals might be a little bit more competitive with both of them. But I don't think the Rams or the Seahawks are gonna probably be able to pull out more than maybe 10, 11 wins. I don't know. The Rams, I think, have a chance. It's hard. I think Darnold is, probably good enough to do well, but I don't know. It's hard to say who. I think maybe. I don't think San Francisco is. I think they're definitely still probably towards the bottom. I think that they might have maybe a little bit more close games. They had a lot of close games last year too, though. But I think they might be able to get up to 9 or 10 wins, but I think that they're probably still going to do bad in their division. I don't know if I could see them beating the Seahawks or the Rams. But
who got number one in the division?
I don't know. Yeah.
This is kind of this
I
one.
guess
So
the
this
Seahawks is DK Metcalf left.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Gino's gone.
It's Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Sam Darnold's throwing it to him.
Yeah. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Yeah, and they got Charbonnet still. He's not bad.
Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll take Seahawks. I'd say Seahawks win the division.
Woo!
Seahawks, and then I'll say Rams, Cardinals, 49ers. I think 49ers could sneak into third, but I don't think that they're making the playoffs. I think Christian McCaffrey. I guess I don't know. I think there's talent there, but it's just they've been. I don't know. If Brock Purdy can stay healthy and Christian McCaffrey does 2022 things, but
we had kind of had everything sort of swapped a little bit. Instead of going Rams and Seahawks at 1 and 2, or at Seahawks and Rams at 1 and 2, I went with Rams Seahawks. I think Rams are going to take the division. I like Matt Stafford. I like that offense that they have. I like Kyron Williams. I like their defense. They have Jared Verse. They made it to the playoffs last year. I mean, the Eagles beat them up, but they were not fun to play against. They got real close. So, I think the Rams are still a big threat. I don't think that it's going away anytime soon. But my number 2 is the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks not only get number 2, but I think they're my last wild card spot. I think that Sam Darnold isn't that guy, but he can do quarterback stuff. And he does quarterback stuff all right sometimes. But I don't think he's like you're not gonna have Sam Darnold t-shirts.
If Jackson Smith and Jigba is the guy, then I think if he's like as good. Do you think he's as good as Justin Jefferson?
JSN?
Yeah.
No, but he could be very good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that he's like. I mean, I think it's entirely possible that Jackson Smith and Jigba is a top 10 fantasy pick next year.
Yeah, and if that case, then Sam Darnold would probably be able to get him pretty. I don't know.
Feed him a bunch.
Yeah. So if Seahawks defense, and they were the best defense in their division by points allowed at least.
Yeah. All right. Instead, I have actually instead of 49ers losing the division, I have the Cardinals being last in the division.
Looks like the Cardinals. I don't know.
I don't like Kyler Murray that much.
Oh.
As a Sooner fan, he's my least favorite of the trio of the 3 really good quarterbacks we had all back to back.
Yeah.
I think he's just not.
Spencer Rattler's your favorite.
Spencer Rattler? No, I was my favorite's Baker, and then behind him is Jalen Hurts, and then behind him is Kyler Murray. No, Kyler Murray, I guess. Caleb Williams was okay, but he left for USC. So, and Spencer Rattler was just all hype and no substance because he just kind of resembled Mahomes a little bit, Really. So it's just, I just was never a Rattler fan, and OU is not going to be very good for a while. So it's unfortunate. So, who are your 3 wild card teams? Oh, and I just say the Cardinals lose. I just feel like the 49ers, they've never impressed me. They're just kind of a nothing sort of team. They're fine, I suppose. I think they try too much. I think they're like the Rube Goldberg of football teams. Where they're just trying to do so goddamn much, and then the thing just sort of falls apart and goes 6-11.
Yeah. I think I think the Eagles still make the playoffs. I think that the
Eagles don't even know.
Bucks and the
Now you have the Falcons being second in the South.
Yeah.
Over the Bucks, because you were really hype about the idea of Baker Mayfield getting hurt. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, I said the wheels. Yeah, they're kind of shaky if anything happens. Yeah, I think that they'll be fighting close for it. Yeah.
So do you don't think the Bucks take the division?
No, I
or not take the division, but do you think they still make playoffs over the Falcons?
Over the Falcons. Ugh. It just depends on Michael Penix Jr. Yeah, no, I guess I would say that. I guess I'll say the Falcons.
Wow.
Because I think they do have. If Michael Penix Jr. is.
Put a big old X in that asterisk now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say.
And they look alike on.
I think I remember like they're close. I was saying it was close between the two. Like I think it's it just comes down to I think if anything happens to the Bucks then like if any one thing, I think losing Chris Godwin's pretty bad for them.
No, that they are the best team in the conference if Chris Godwin doesn't get hurt, in my opinion. Yes. No, dude, they beat the shit out of the Eagles, dude. Yeah. They were the team that beat they were the people that almost got our head coach fired.
They always beat the brakes off the Eagles.
Yeah, dude, the Bucks play the Eagles so hard. It sucks. You know how you're always like the Bengals play against the Chiefs really hard? Dude, the Bucks have our number.
Yeah.
Like, they are terrifying to me.
The defensive coordinator.
So, they hate us, and it's frightening.
Todd Bowles, right?
Yeah, I think so. No. Is it? I thought it was for a while, but I don't think he is anymore. I think Todd Bowles is with the Vikings, I think. I might be working on outdated information.
No, yeah, he's still the head coach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
Oh, wait, that's right. No, he was... Okay, never mind. Anyway, I thought their head coach was Liam Cohen, but he actually was their offensive coordinator, and now he went to Jacksonville.
Yeah. Duval.
Boy. Oh, boy. So, you have the Falcons and the Eagles making playoffs. Eagles make it with a huge record. They're the technicality team that it's despite going 13-2. Somehow they still, didn't get the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
Who is your third wild card team, and who is your first round playoff bye team? Who wins the conference?
Did I say the 3 wild cards?
Huh? No, it was Falcons and Eagles. You didn't give another one.
Oh,
I mean, it could be the Bucks.
Eagles.
Your other number 2s are the Vikings and the Rams.
Yeah. I guess I'd say the Vikings.
Okay. Over the Buccaneers?
Yeah.
Or the Rams? Okay.
Yeah. I think if they have JJ, I think that, that's going to lift up the other JJ a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So.
My wild card
Sam Darnold could do it,
Yeah. My wild card teams are the Seahawks, because I think Sam Darnold's going to get him there. I don't think he's great, but I think he is capable. And the Panthers and the Bears. So, I think the Bears are going to surprise the hell out of a lot of people. I don't think getting a Bears player in fantasy isn't a bad idea, but I would still wait to see. I'm more confident the Panthers are going to have a good year than I am the Bears are going to have a good year.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So.
I think that they, like I said, the Bears have invested in their offensive line. And so if Caleb Williams, really, if that was what the problem was, then, he has plenty of weapons, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, who is your first round bye? Who has the best record in the conference?
Probably I'd take the Lions again, yeah.
The Lions get the playoff bye. I don't think the Eagles do good enough to get the playoff bye. I don't think the Buccaneers do. I don't think the Packers do. Maybe the Rams. I don't know. I really could see if the Buccaneers, nobody gets hurt and everybody stays healthy. I know it's a super glass cannon team. You know, I could see us playing them somewhere near. No, are we playing them? Yeah, we're playing them. Yeah. I can see them beating us late in the season, and then that be what decides it. You know.
Wow, hot take.
Yeah, dude, I think so, but I not. It wouldn't surprise me. I'd be like, that's some bullshit, but fucking, of course, right?
I mean, yeah, they did have a crazy point differential last year for only winning 10 games.
Man, yeah, Buccaneers scare me. That wouldn't surprise me. I'll give it to them. I'll be like, yeah, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen.
10 games.
So now, if we win our wild card game, we might have to fucking play them. Great.
Yeah.
You know, that sounds like some bullshit that would happen. Of course. So, not bad. Who do you think? Do you have any dark horse teams that you think out of the play? Do you know who your playoff teams are?
I think so.
Okay. Of them, do you think that there's any dark horse to win the Super Bowl?
No.
Okay.
Because Chiefs are gonna win it. So
if the Chiefs somehow didn't. Who else would you think it could be?
Well, it'd have to be someone from the NFC then, because the Chiefs would be in the AFC.
And is there any team in Philadelphia that you think that could have beat them? That would beat them?
In the NFC?
In Philadelphia, the town.
In Philadelphia specifically?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, what?
No, not with if they're good enough to be in the Super Bowl this year. If they're good enough to be in the Super Bowl, they beat the Eagles. I think Eagles defense slumps and our offensive line gets better. So. I think by that logic.
That's insanity. I did not mention that. By the way, I did not say that the Chiefs lose their division. By the way,
you didn't.
But you also have the Chiefs winning the bye as well. So you have them just going buck crazy. But that's what fucking happened this year, where they didn't really have a good team.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. That's just what the Chiefs do. God damn, I forget that they just do that.
I think Andy Reid is just such a talent, and I think obviously Patrick Mahomes is good enough that, and I mean Spagnuolo on defense.
And Andy Reid gets his.
We just do it.
What would be his 4th Super Bowl?
For Andy, didn't he technically win one as a
No,
as a assistant coach? Did he ever win one as a?
I don't think so.
As like a whatever other secondary coach, not a head coach?
4th as a head coach.
Yeah, I would be his 4th as a head coach. Yeah.
Okay, is that what? That's what you'd be. Okay, so I just want to say that people for 20 years can accuse Tom Brady of being a Belichick baby. That he's not good without Bill Belichick, and then he left, and he went to Tampa Bay, and he won a Super Bowl there. While Bill Belichick lost a whole bunch of games, then retired, then started dating someone who was like a quarter of his age, and then came back into football. And we're still waiting to see. The jury's still out, but Tom Brady went on to win another Super Bowl, and he divorced his wife, and it caused a lot of issues, apparently, I guess. So I'm just like, what has Mahomes done? That's great, you know? He hasn't achieved such greatness.
What does that even matter, though?
What he needs to do next is divorce Brittany, apparently.
I think that he's made it to 3 Super Bowls in a row, you know?
How many did he win?
3.
In a row?
No, 2 in a row, but I thought you meant how many has he won total.
No.
I'm just saying he's been to the Super Bowl 5 years in a row. Or not 5 years in a row.
I think the AFC is a very bad conference. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that there's a lot of very good teams in it. And I think when you are the Chiefs, it is very easy to take advantage of this.
We're AFC championship minimum for his entire career.
Who?
So far.
Wait, what?
Mahomes. It's AFC championship minimum for his entire career so far.
Yeah, and you know what? It's crazy that Jacksonville's going to bounce into the wild card.
Yeah, not technically his whole career. That's a lie because he started that one game
Oh, I didn't do the playoff bye for the AFC.
Oh, yeah, I think you said you thought it was the Chiefs again.
No. I think they win their division, but I don't think they win the bye.
Crazy.
No, I bet it would be the Bills. I don't think they do anything with it.
The
I think
Bills?
and I think as soon as they get back, they lose the very first game, and everybody's just like, well, yeah.
The Bills, like, kind of getting a little depleted on talent to win that many games, I think.
I think everybody's gonna write them off. You know,
They have a hard schedule. I guess I don't know because I don't know what division they play.
they play the AFC East, which.
Well, no, I meant like I don't know.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go Ravens actually. I just don't think it's gonna be the Chiefs. That's all.
I don't know the Bills' schedule. Why not?
I at least said
Jets.
that your team was gonna win their division. You're like,
Okay, they play the Jets, Dolphins, Patriots, Eagles. Right?
What?
Or no, sorry, Jets, Dolphins, Patriots. Yeah, Eagles too. That's their division. That's who the Bills are playing. Like they're playing your division.
Okay. Well.
And then for their AFC.
Well, we can cover this next time in the predictions episode.
Yeah, true. I'm just curious. Curious, George.
Okay, I guess we're playing the AFC East.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be fine. I don't think. I want to at least win the division, man. It would not surprise me at all if the Eagles don't make the playoffs. It wouldn't surprise me.
It would surprise me if the Eagles didn't make the playoffs. It wouldn't surprise me if they didn't get in. It wouldn't surprise me if they were a 5 seed or a 6 seed.
No, man. I just feel like it would make a lot of sense. We just come off of a deep playoff run. We win the Super Bowl. You know, someone's going to get hurt, or something's going to happen that's going to pull somebody away from the team, and as a result, that spot can't be filled by X player, you know, and we just don't make it. I think our defense regresses. I feel like it's almost there, but I just feel like we don't have linebackers. You know, all we have are edge rushers and secondary.
Yeah, but you have a really good defensive line. It's just I think that they had that, like, you know, oh, we lost to the Chiefs, like, you know, kind of, you know, we're going back this time with, you know, Barkley's on the team now, you know.
I think they all have amnesia because they're acting like they're not done. They're like, oh, we're not doing that. It's not over yet. We just started. You know, they're doing that.
I mean, that's every team who wins.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I mean,
Chiefs did the same thing.
Well, yeah, but Jalen Hurts was like, I don't even pay attention to my ring. You know, I literally put it away and haven't looked at it since. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I think that's more his. You know, that's just how they're acting. And I feel like they're trying to convince themselves that, you know, but secretly they're all super psyched, but they have to be like, oh, I don't care, we're on to the next one. And I just feel like it doesn't feel as authentic as it did last year.
Yeah.
You know?
Like you're saying, like, you think that there's some of them probably. I think Jalen Hurts is the type of dude, though, that's just like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, but which is kind of a little bit, maybe how much later was that? Was that like, I'm sure he gave himself, if you know, he seems like the type of guy to give himself a week to celebrate or something.
Yeah. But that was like recent.
Yeah.
That someone asked him, why aren't you wearing your ring? And he was like, I don't care about it. You know?
Yeah. He's like, I just want to prove I'm the best again. Yeah. Or the best again. Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm just like, yeah, but to be the first person to ever win a Heisman, a national championship, and a Super Bowl ring, you know, that's not Jalen Hurts. That's Devontae Smith. He's probably jazzed.
Yeah.
You know, that or he feels like he's been there before. You know,
Yeah.
or to get a Super Bowl ring on your birthday from a pick six that you got,
especially against the team that you lost to. You know, like.
Cooper DeJean hadn't lost to the Chiefs. So,
well, I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about.
In fact, I think he has a 1-0 record
I thought
against.
you were talking about Smith.
Oh no. I was moving on. I'm just saying all the other players who aren't Jalen Hurts that are probably super jazzed about winning the Super Bowl and it's gonna get to their heads.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is not the whole team. He can set a standard, but it's just like everybody's probably really hyped, and then he's probably just watching everybody celebrate from the gym. Doing bicep curls while everybody's just like, yeah, he's like
squats.
Doing squats.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's one of the big problems with the Eagles. I will say that they're going to win their division, but it would not surprise me if they just completely just whiff.
I just think the Commanders are the only ones that are that have a chance to take it from them. I don't think the Cowboys or the Giants do.
I think the Cowboys can. I'm shocked you have them so low.
It's the
Cowboys.
They're not like they're never good. They're just them until Jerry Jones is gone. I feel like they're just going to be like kind of just losing in stupid ways, and
it doesn't matter because he doesn't. It doesn't because it's all about making money and winning championships and winning games. That's just a means to an end, man. That's all. Just it's just meant to get more money. It's just it's meant to get more money. That's all. And it's when you already have those and you already did that, you kind of get yourself the luxury of not having to actually need to achieve that again. You can kind of just ride off that same success from the 90s forever.
Yeah.
And as long as it pays the bills, do the Cowboys ever go in the red? Despite losses, losing seasons, not appearing in playoffs for decades?
No.
See?
I don't think so.
There are enough casual fans out there, bandwagon fans, who don't know anything about football, who see the star and say, I know that, I'm going to buy that. And then they get polluted. The whole fan base gets polluted with those people, And then the Eagles are seen as the bad guy the whole time. Why? What's that about? Santa shouldn't have been talking, making all them excuses, He said, I hear a fire detector going off. Does anybody have a battery?
Oh, that's what it was.
And we were trying to be helpful. We were preventing a fire.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was just because they put batteries in it because they wanted to make it hurt when they pelted him with it.
We packed them in snowballs and we threw them to him. We put it in the snowballs so that way they would know.
It would soften the blow.
It would soften it. It's like, I'm not going to throw a battery at somebody. Yeah. I'm going to throw it covered in something else. That way they...
soft, pillowy snow, yeah.
It's like soft, pillowy snow that I've packed to me.
Packed really hard. wet. Packed it in as tight as possible.
And thrown it in Santa Claus.
Yeah, and I throw a 90 mile per hour heater.
90 mile per hour heater, oh God. Santa, watch out.
Got him right in the kidney.
Goodness.
I just, I think it's mostly just I think it's the city, that brings that, that vibe. It's not so much it's the players and it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia hasn't helped.
Yeah. I think my favorite story is, what's his name, Hitchbot? It's the hitchhiking robot that traveled all the way from one side of Canada to the other. And so they were like, that was a fun experiment. Let's do that in America. And they started it somewhere on the East Coast, and it didn't make it past Philadelphia because it got beat and broken and robbed of its copper. So USA! Yeah. Thanks, Philly. That's the city of brotherly love.
Yeah.
That's what we're about.
Yeah.
It was the capital for a little bit. That's fun. And show Always Sunny takes place there, filmed L.A. But it takes place in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Wow, that's an interesting fun fact that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It takes place in Philadelphia.
What's interesting is there's a lot of shots where it's not sunny.
That's true.
It's nighttime.
Yeah. And there's times when they're not in Philadelphia.
There are times, usually not. They're usually in Philadelphia.
Yeah, usually,
but there's times, there's a couple episodes where they're not.
Yeah. That's true.
But yeah, no, I think the Cowboys are probably, in my opinion, I think they're the second best team in the division. I think the Commanders are not a bad team. I think that they're just going to go through a bad year. And they're going to be right back where they were, probably competing for the number one spot next year. Whoa. I just think that Jaden Daniels is just going to have a down year.
What? You think competing for the number one draft pick?
Competing for the NFC East, the number one spot in the NFC East. They'll have to take it from the
Oh, okay.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Sorry, I thought you meant that they were going to do bad enough, like that they were going to be getting the draft again, the number one draft pick.
Not this time. But I do think, as far as a playoff matchup, as far as a Super Bowl matchup between all these teams, I don't think it's going to be Chiefs. I think it's going to be Bills. And it's going to be some bullshit like Bills and Seahawks or something.
I think it's going to be Chiefs-Lions.
Chiefs-Lions?
Yeah.
That is an unsurprising, lukewarm take. That's the kind of take that might give you botulism because it is room temperature.
I'm sorry, I'm just like, spicy take?
I don't think it's going to be... Yeah, you know what? Give me a spicy take,
If I think it's
too.
a spicy take...
Yeah, who thinks it's going to be...
I mean, honestly, I want to say... Ooh, spicy take is going to be... Just trying to think who to put it from the AFC. I got my NFC, I just don't know. AFC. That's hard because I don't think Bills is a spicy take. I'm gonna say spicy take is gonna be this Bengals. I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, you said
Okay.
Bengals make the playoffs.
No, is that spicy though? I mean, but
No, not really.
Yeah, but I'd say Bengals Panthers.
Woo, that is spicy.
Panthers is the spicy.
That's a cat
NFC,
bowl.
Yeah.
That's cat bowl right there.
Yeah, we get Cat Bowl 2025.
I think my lukewarm, boring bullshit take is Chiefs-Eagles. I think it's the third game. I don't think the Eagles win it. I think the Chiefs win it.
Ooh, I like this. That's ooh.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs get it, and it's their second.
Don't try and like reverse jinx it. You know,
they
it doesn't
win the
work.
no. They win the thing. They win the. You know how everybody needs like it's the best of three.
Yeah,
you know
the
that's
rubber
like
match.
yeah. And I think this might be a year where that they always kind of need a year break to kind of like get their forces together and then go back for one big battle. I feel like it's a lot more likely that the Chiefs and Eagles become play again in the Super Bowl next season. But this season, it could very well happen. But that's my lukewarm, boring take. That's that's not fun for anybody except for us. Let's go, let's go.
I like it. It's good for me.
I don't like that the Chiefs win, but I'm just happy we made it. But my spicy take is probably the Bills and the Bucks. How do you feel about that? Josh Allen versus Baker Mayfield.
Bills, but I think that'd be a good matchup.
I think that would be a fun time.
Yeah.
I think that would be pretty good.
I'd watch that game.
I'd watch that game. I'd watch the hell out of that game. That might be one of the best ones I've ever seen.
Who'd you root for? Who would you root for?
Baker.
Sorry, I couldn't.
Go Sooners, man.
I'd be rooting for Josh.
Why's that?
Because you know why.
No, I don't.
Tampa Bay bad team. Tampa Bay bad man. Same with the Eagles. I'm sorry. If it was if it's Eagles, Bills, I'm still rooting for Bills.
Are you talking about Tom Brady?
It's just Tampa Bay in general, yeah.
They're fine. You don't mean Cleveland, right? Are you saying that Tampa Bay is the Cleveland of the NFC?
No, I just don't want them. Like if I'm rooting for a team, I'm rooting against Tampa Bay. I'm rooting against.
You said I know why, and I'm completely lost about why.
The Chiefs lost to them in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was to Tom Brady. That's a completely different guy.
It's still Tampa Bay. The fans don't need it.
That's what I'm saying.
The fans don't need it.
It's not Tom Brady.
The fans don't need it.
He's gone.
It's still Tampa Bay.
He's not. I think what you need. Would you rather play the Buccaneers or the Eagles in the Super Bowl? Chiefs make it back this year.
Oh, the Bucs.
And the NFC conferences. Oh, why?
Because I think they're the easier team to beat.
I thought that's what you were gonna say.
Yeah, absolutely. I think at the end of if the Chiefs, like I said, if the Chiefs are good enough to make the Super Bowl.
Look at you running away from a challenge.
If the Chiefs are good enough to make the Super Bowl, it doesn't matter who's at the other end this year. I think, in my opinion, if the Chiefs make the Super Bowl this year,
you're scared.
Then
that's fear talking.
I think that they can beat the Eagles and the Bucs, but the Bucs I think will be an easier matchup. Yeah.
I think it would be in the NFL's best interest for it to be Bills Buccaneers. and give the entire spectrum of fans, from casual to really hardcore fans, just a little bit of a break. You know, from what's the name again? Mahomes.
Oh.
Yeah, just a little bit of a break for a little bit. Yeah, we get it. Cool.
Yeah.
You know.
I'd be like I said. I've said this before. If we make the AFC Championship game again, that's my bar right now. Like I don't want to not make the AFC Championship game. But if we made it the AFC Championship game and lost to somebody like Josh Allen and the Bills, I wouldn't be upset for too long if the Bills went on to win a Super Bowl.
What if it's the Broncos? What if it's Bo Nix and the Broncos?
I'm fucking crying.
But they miracled Sean Payton, miracle kick there at the end in the snow at Arrowhead.
I'm dead. If it's the Broncos making it to the Super Bowl over the Chiefs, because they beat the Chiefs to get there, put me in a coffin.
Divisional round.
Put me in the coffin.
You don't even see the AFC Championship that year.
Yeah.
Broncos beat the Ravens or the Bills or whoever's there. Doesn't matter. They won. They beat the big bad Chiefs.
I mean, we could get into the championship game playing the Broncos. That could happen technically.
Yeah, but your bar is to get to the AFC. I'm saying if you don't get that far.
Oh yeah, if we lost to the that'd be even worse. Yeah. Mm. But I'd still be upset if we lost to them to get to the Super Bowl. I'd still be upset for a while just because it's the Broncos.
But if you made it to the AFC, you'd be all right with
championship,
it.
Yeah, I'd be
and
okay
then lost to the Broncos. Broncos win it all.
I would not be all right with that.
Oh,
I mean, I would be, but it'd make it a lot less all right because of the fact that it's the Broncos.
What if they went to the Super Bowl and lost?
I'd still be upset that losing to the Broncos more than any other team. Like to the Bills, I'd be like, oh okay, like they made it.
They're good. It's Josh Allen. What are you?
I think I'd be okay if Josh Allen got one. So if something like that happened, I think I'd be okay if Lamar got one. I guess or Joe Burrow.
I like if Derrick Henry got one. I want Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I do want Derrick Henry to get one too.
Henry.
Yeah, I think Lamar needs one. I think in terms of careers that I think would be it would be. I don't want to say shitty because he'd still have a fantastic career, but for him to not get a Super Bowl would be kind of damn
Lamar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So same thing with Joe Burrow in my opinion too. I'd be like, damn, it's we never got to see Joe Burrow win a Super Bowl, even if it's not. I'd hope it to not be with the Bengals. I would like someone else.
Well, the thing is, if Lamar really wants a Super Bowl ring, he can sign a veterans minimum with the Eagles. That is always on the table. I'm sure he just doesn't want that.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts would be super happy about that.
Jalen, your job isn't being threatened at all. Don't worry, dude. We really just we signed him for a day, just to make it a technicality.
Watch out.
What? What am I? All right. So
you're gonna speak Jalen Hurts. He's just gonna get traded off. It's gonna be some monkey.
Either not. That's not going to happen.
You're wishing for too much.
Oh, that's so far. He just won. He just won.
But you're trying to ditch him for Lamar?
I say that we get Lamar as a backup for a day just to win the Super Bowl with him. He gets a ring, we get a ring.
Well, but the thing is, you can't really do that.
Why not?
Because you can't sign anybody that's you can't.
I bet you the fuck you could if they rescinded his contract and sent him on waivers, and we just for whatever reason happened to be the first one on waivers for him.
Yeah, going into the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that's why. Yeah, I don't think he'd be able to just.
And it's not going into the Super Bowl. Okay, we get him 2 weeks before. All right. Yeah. So we have all of media week to train him up.
Oh, okay, just in case.
Yeah. So.
So just in case Jalen Hurts goes down is what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's a chance that Jalen Hurts might get injured.
I really like Tanner McKee, but Lamar Jackson has MVP votes. So.
So just when Jalen Hurts gets injured this year, is that what you're saying?
Man, honestly, I do. I kind of also feel that. I mean, not to put that out there.
Got him. He did it.
I do think that we are gonna rescind.
Hold on,
we are gonna go back. I hope that we're going to win this division, like I said, but, I mean, I have been saying this whole time it's just as likely that we don't win anything. You know.
Let me get my Death Note.
Goodness, please don't Death Note by your starting quarterback. He's fine. I just worry that he'll play too hard. He'll start getting hero ball mode. Everybody else is like, hey man, we can lose some games. It's fine. You know, and Jalen Hurts is like, no, I'm gonna run it. It's like, dude, you don't have to run it. If we're not open, just throw it. Get rid of it. And he's gonna do some hero ball shit and get himself hurt. Because that's what happened with Wentz. That's what we do with our quarterbacks. We convince them that they have to go out there and get it done, and then they go out there and try and get it done, and it hurts them.
We'll see, but yeah, I think yeah.
The link was built on the blood of all of the men who came before him. What?
I think Eagles have a pretty good chance to make the Super Bowl again. I think odds. I don't know. I'm sure odds favorites aren't Chiefs Eagles. It's probably someone else Eagles, but I'm sure Eagles are the odds favorite going into the NFC to make it. Based off of last year, people might say the Lions, but
I think Buccaneers are kind of the underdog. I think they're probably the ones that people should look out for the most.
Better put that bet down.
Yeah, if you're gonna put some money down right now, I'd go Bucks.
Oh, I'm not saying anybody watching. I'm saying you.
Me?
Yeah.
Why me?
Drive up to Kansas.
No, you do it. I don't have time to get up there.
Here we go. Odds.
Futures.
I guess it probably would be under futures. That's going to be a chance to make. Yeah, Eagles are the odds-on favorite. Chiefs are fourth, so it's Eagles-Bills is the Eagles-Bills or / Ravens.
All right.
Are the
more than Bucks? I can't see them. Where are they at?
Oh, right here.
Oh, they're way at the bottom. Plus 3,000.
Oh, Bucks. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's not bad odds.
No.
But do you think who is more likely to make the Super Bowl in your opinion? The Buccaneers, the Cowboys?
The Buccaneers.
Buccaneers or the Seahawks?
Oh.
I think Seahawks could.
Yeah.
But I really do think that the road to the Super Bowl goes through Philadelphia, and I think the Buccaneers could.
If I'm looking at these odds right here, who I'm taking, if I'm putting $10 down on something, it's probably going to be the Raiders.
That's insane.
I know, but just because the odds. I'm not doing the Saints, Titans, Jets, Giants, Browns, or the Panthers. Actually, I did say Panthers.
You
probably do Panthers. Yeah.
You said Panthers and the Browns made the Super Bowl.
Yeah, definitely. Probably the Panthers then.
Or no, the Bengals. Sorry, you didn't say a good thing about the Browns this whole time. So
conference is
Bills.
Yeah, and Panthers are plus 6,000 for the NFC champion.
How them Buccaneers looking down there? 1,500. That could. I mean, I really do think that the Buccaneers could be the team this year. I feel like the Eagles, great. We're one of the best. I'm not saying we're going to be bad, but I don't think that we may not make it back.
Yeah.
You know? I think everybody's trying to just closetedly happy right now. And it's like, guys, just fucking enjoy it. You don't have to win them all. You know, we beat one of the best teams, you know? We're good.
The best team. Aside from
it wasn't even the best version of that team.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the best version.
It wasn't even close.
Yeah, but anyways, I think,
well, not bad.
Yeah.
I think we both have, it'll be fun to look back at this in a few months and be like,
how
wow.
right I was.
Wow, you really thought the Chargers were going to be the worst team in the AFC West, and they are out here sweeping the Chiefs, making it to the playoffs, becoming the number one team in the AFC, taking 2 losses on the season.
Going to the Super Bowl, huh?
And then immediately getting bounced.
Oh, from the playoffs.
From the playoffs, because that is
they're gonna repeat the number one offense, number one defense.
They're gonna be the number one offense and the number one defense.
Still barely gonna make the wild card. No,
oh
you said
God.
You're getting number one seed and then losing in the divisional round.
Yeah, and they're gonna lose to the Chiefs. How psyched would you be?
Oh my gosh!
How just jazzed up would you be, especially after you got swept?
Yeah, after getting swept. Yeah, because like the 30 fans that they have would be like screaming from the rooftops. So
yeah. That'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. But all right, not bad. Pretty good video. We did good. We did good today. Very well. Very nice.
Very nice.
Thank you for coming. We'll see you guys next time.